Hey, this is Ryan Chamberlain. I'm here with Diamond Eric Golden, and we're going to shoot a quick video on something called the 5-minute bank account. So, Eric, you and I have known each other for several years. We've been around the industry a little bit, but I'm telling you, some of the most exciting things we've ever experienced in this industry is happening right now, right here at Evolve Health. And I've asked Eric to shoot a quick video called the 5-minute bank account. It's something he's been teaching on for years. It's in his book, The DNA of Business for Network Marketing. So Eric, appreciate you taking some time out and giving some advice to the people watching this video. There's no telling who's watching it, but I'm sure anyone watching this video is interested in accelerating their network marketing business and their network marketing lifestyle that really can only come from this industry. So Eric, share with us a little bit about the 5-minute bank account.
I'll do that. Thank you, Ryan. 5-minute bank account's designed for people that are quite honestly busy or that they don't have the habit of developing their evolved business. They've got to be reminded on a daily basis that they're in something that can actually deliver something like this. The setting that we're in, a home like this. Nothing like this happens by accident. It actually happens because people make a decision that over a period of time they're going to compound what they're doing into positive results rather than, you know, on a daily basis lose the momentum of what the day before brought. So the 5-minute bank account boiled down is very, very simple. The idea is 5 minutes a day, you do what we as network marketers know is the most difficult part of our business, and that's pick up the phone and call people and ask them if they'd be open to look at an opportunity. And again, it doesn't matter exactly how you ask them, what invite you use, but the concept is that you make a dedicated decision that for an 84-day period, you're going to make 5 phone calls on a daily basis. And so what I recommend people do, if you're very busy, is go out to a drugstore or a grocery store and get a pack of 3x5 cards. And normally they come in packs of about 100, and 100 will last you for 84 days. So what you're going to do is you're going to take that first card, and the night before the day you're going to begin. So tonight, you're going to write down 5 names and phone numbers of someone, or 5 people that you would like to tomorrow contact about Evolve. Now here's where the game is played. We both know, Ryan, after our years in the industry, that the longer in the day that you wait to make these phone calls, the more difficult to fit them in, number one, the difficult to accomplish meeting with them over the phone, number 2, and if you do get someone, their schedule is primarily full by the time you actually get them on the phone, so that evening becomes non-existent as far as a vacancy. So what we want to do is we want to make the phone calls as early as possible in the day. So now if you're concerned about when to make the calls, this is what I've told people, and I've told them from coast to coast in many different countries. What I recommend is you write down 5 names and numbers before you go to bed. The next day, you remember that you're going to make 5 phone calls with a contacting phrase to those 5 people. Okay, whatever the contacting phrase is, and you're going to call those people, you're going to make your 5 calls before lunch. Everybody eats lunch. Some eat early, some eat late, and some of you skip lunch, but dinner would be lunch. So before you take that second meal, whatever the case may be, you pull out the card, you make 5 quick phone calls. Now here's what's exciting. Sometimes you get voicemails. In today's day and age, you get more voicemails sometimes than you do live answers. So even if you leave a voicemail message, it is considered to be 1 call. Now my message that for me has been most effective, and I've trained this to many people in the organization, and they seem to enjoy this also, is if I do get a voicemail, I consider it a call, but I want to make sure they call me back. And so what I ask people to leave on a voicemail is, hey, this is Eric. Look, I got something important I want to run by you. There's nothing wrong, but call me back today. It is important. Here's my name. Here's my phone number. Call me back. Click. It's a really simple, important message, but there's nothing wrong. Now, what's the value of leaving that message? Because I know this, as busy as I am, and as difficult as it is for me to make those 5 phone calls, the minute someone I've left a message for calls me, I'm going to find time. You always find time for the people that are calling you to find out what you want to share with them. If you get someone live, all you do is your normal contact. Hey, I got an idea, I want to run by you. Let's get together. And again, depending on what you're using for contacting, you set a time and place. Okay? And so the beauty of the 5-minute bank account is you're done before lunch. You're done with the hardest part of what we call network marketing before you ever take your second meal of the day. And by doing that, you'll find unbelievable compounding of interest. Not only will your interest in doing it daily continue, and because this method works, you'll actually become more comfortable and confident, but the person that received the message from you, they got it early in the day, you had a chance to schedule something later in the day or by chance the next day. But when you go to explain what you do to the busy person, you can say, look, all I make is 5 calls a day. Sometimes I get voicemails, sometimes I get people that are interested, sometimes I don't, but I'm done by lunch. And then at the end of the day, if any of those people called me back and I could set an appointment, I do that. So for busy people, people that are always wondering, oh, I knew I should have made my calls, or you know what, I got to make some calls today, or you find yourself 2 days or 2 weeks later saying, I know I got to start making calls. It's just like working out at the gym. There's no reason to go in and kill yourself. Just make a list. Use the memory jogger on Connect 84 under the Get Started section. And just use that memory jogger. Make a list of 100 people. Take the cards, fill out 5 people per night before you go to bed. The next day, make sure you make those 5 calls before lunch, and unbelievable things will happen. And here's why. I'll close with this. If this method works for you, don't you think you would tell the first 2 or 3 people that you actually got involved in our program? Well, if you had 3 other people, the 3 promoters that we talk about in hitting the 2K level, if you had 3 other people making those calls and you and 3 others were making 5 calls a day, would your business grow if you had 20 calls a day going on in your organization? See, the commitment no longer is, I'm going to build my business. The commitment is no longer, when am I going to find the time? Because we're all working too hard and thinking too much. The idea behind this concept is don't think at all. Write down 5 names and numbers and make the calls. And let the good stuff come back to you. And that's the 5-minute bank account.
Awesome stuff, Eric. You know, as you're sharing that, here's what's going on in my mind as well. You know, someone that embraces this concept, would it be fair to say by about day 10 of making the 5 phone calls, whatever they were afraid of, they're no longer afraid of it. And through the years that you've built in the industry, can you almost say that anyone that has taken you up on taking this 5-minute bank account challenge has succeeded in the industry, or definitely built a business that began to create some momentum?
I'll say this, not everybody in my organization or in our organization actually uses the 5-minute bank account, but it will work for anyone that's in our organization. So if you're out there and you're having trouble making those calls, staying consistent, grab a cell phone. Set a timer on your cell phone at 11 a.m. I mean, gosh, people, you take a 5-minute coffee break, a 5-minute smoke break, a 5-minute potty break. Make a 5-minute profit break. We call it the 5-minute bank account. But set an alarm in your phone 7 days. Do it for the next 21 days. Just because they say 21 days create a habit, you're right. It won't take 10 days. In the first 5 days, not only will you have made 25 more calls than you probably are making right now, but here's the exciting part. You'll tell everyone in your upline and your team what you're doing. Because it's exciting to be doing something that gives you the opportunity to win big. Okay? It's not about winning that makes this kind of industry and this business so exciting. It's doing the work so you can win and gaining more confidence from the work that you're doing. We call it the 5-minute bank account.
There you have it, Eric Golden, Diamond with Evolve Health, one of the fastest growing teams in the company on the 5-minute bank account.